Hey everyone, how's it going? I hope you're all doing amazing today. Welcome back to another breakdown of the Division 2. Today, we're diving into one of the coolest and most tactical gear sets in the game, the Umbra Initiative. We'll also talk about how to maximize it, how to manage your stacks, and even cover the Capacitor exotic weapon and the role of pulse resistance. Let's jump right in. Umbra Initiative gear set. The Umbra Initiative gear set is one of the most exciting builds for players who like fast-paced action but also need survivability in tough fights. This set is all about balancing damage output and survivability using a unique stacking mechanic. Here's how it works. When in cover, you generate stacks of Umbra Initiative. These stacks give you critical hit chance and critical hit damage, boosting your ability to take out enemies quickly. When out of cover, the stacks you built up in cover are consumed, giving you armor regeneration as you deal damage. That means the more damage you output, the more your health and armor replenish. It's a perfect risk-reward balance. Stay in cover to build up damage potential, then push forward aggressively to regain health. How to build and reduce stacks. Let's break it down further. Building stacks. When you're in cover, Umbra Initiative starts accumulating stacks. You don't have to do anything special, just stay behind cover, and the stacks will grow automatically. The longer you stay in cover, the higher the stacks go, meaning more damage potential. Using stacks for armor regen. The moment you leave cover and start attacking, those stacks start converting into armor regeneration. The damage you deal feeds directly into your armor, so it's crucial to focus on accuracy and keeping pressure on your targets when you're out of cover. However, if you take too much damage while exposed, you lose those stacks faster. The key is knowing when to fall back into cover and rebuild your damage stacks, or push forward to dominate the fight. This constant flow of taking cover and rushing out makes every engagement feel dynamic and tactical. Now, let's talk about a weapon that pairs beautifully with this gear set, the Capacitor exotic assault rifle. This weapon is built for hybrid players who love running skill builds but still want the damage output of a top-tier AR. Let's take another look at pulse resistance, because this feature can completely change the way you approach fights in the Division 2, especially when paired with the Umbra Initiative gear set. When you achieve 100% pulse resistance, you're essentially invisible to any enemy or player trying to scan the area with a pulse. That means you won't show up on their radar. They can't see you through walls or cover, even if they're using a scanner pulse or spotter perks. They lose the advantage of tracking you, which puts you in control of the engagement. Now imagine how this works with Umbra Initiative. While you're in cover building up damage stacks, the enemy has no idea where you are if they're relying on their pulse. Once you're ready to engage, you can move out of cover, close the gap, and catch them completely off guard. The surprise attack gives you an edge to quickly melt your opponent while also regenerating your armor with the damage you deal. Pulse resistance makes you the predator, and they become the prey. It's the perfect tool for ambushing opponents who rely on pulses to locate you, especially in the dark zone or PvP scenarios. How it shines against low-tier clans like War. Now, let's be real here. If you're going up against War Clan, you're already dealing with some of the weakest PvP players in the Division 2. These players tend to rely heavily on pulses to track you because they lack awareness and positioning skills. With 100% pulse resistance, they're completely blind. You can see it in this video. I'm able to sneak up on them, break their formation, and take them down effortlessly. Umbra Initiative stacks amplify your critical hit damage, and with pulse resistance, it's like they don't even know you're there until it's too late. Against players like this, you're in complete control. You dictate when and how the fight happens, and the Umbra Initiative ensures you can stay aggressive while keeping your armor topped off. They simply don't stand a chance. So, that's how pulse resistance, combined with Umbra Initiative, makes you an unstoppable force, especially when dealing with low-tier players like War Clan. As you've seen in this video, it's the perfect setup for sneaking your opponents and taking them down with ease. Let me know how you're enjoying these setups. Let's talk about how pulse resistance synergizes perfectly with the decoy and artificial hive, making you even more effective in PvP and PvE.
Decoy.
The decoy skill creates a hologram to distract and confuse your enemies. Here's why pulse resistance makes it even better. Enemies often use pulses to locate the real player when a decoy is active. With 100% pulse resistance, their pulse won't detect you, forcing them to guess whether they're targeting you or your decoy. This gives your decoy more time to work, as it keeps their attention longer. The confusion buys you precious seconds to reposition, build Umbra stacks, or ambush unsuspecting players. Additionally, your decoy's duration becomes even more valuable because opponents can't rely on a pulse to bypass its effectiveness, keeping them distracted and vulnerable for a longer time.
Artificial hive.
The artificial hive boosts the cooldown rate of all your deployed skills, including the decoy. With it, you can keep your decoy active more often, ensuring consistent distractions for your enemies. Pair it with pulse resistance to stay hidden and keep the decoy's pressure on them, forcing them to waste time and resources trying to figure out where you are. This combo gives you a tactical edge by allowing you to cycle your skills faster and maintain your stealthy, aggressive playstyle. With pulse resistance, the decoy becomes far more effective as a distraction tool, and the artificial hive ensures you always have it ready when you need it. Together, they complement your stealthy Umbra playstyle perfectly. Here's the build. Start by equipping this signature weapon, as it provides an extra skill tier, boosting both your skill damage and the damage output of the Capacitor. For your gear, you'll want the Umbra Initiative set, ensuring you prioritize crit chance and crit damage on your pieces. Add a piece of Y'all gear to enhance your pulse resistance, and make sure to include at least one Ston 10% pulse resistance mod to hit the maximum pulse resistance cap. A straightforward build to put together and incredibly effective. I'd love to hear your opinion on this build, and if you enjoyed watching this video, please like and subscribe for more content like this.